Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you these Amazon handles that I got for my Onewheel. They are handles that you can find on Amazon. They're made for the Jeep Wrangler. It's called the roll bar handle, grip handle or something like that. They sell for about 15 bucks. I bought them for $15 and they come in a package of 4. And so I wanted to see if I could give these guys a try. I'm showing you the plastic bracket there and how the edge, one edge protrudes a little farther. There's this plastic tab. And so I'm going to put it onto my Onewheel Plus XR and see how it fits. I know that there are other handles out there that are made specifically for the Onewheel, but they're fairly expensive, 40 to 50 bucks. They do look nice, but I've already spent enough money on my Onewheel. I wanted to see if I could find a less expensive alternative. And $15 for 4 of them, I thought, what the heck? Even if they don't last very long, I'll have 4 of them to replace them, three backups to replace them with. And so it's fairly easy to use, fairly easy to tighten on. We'll have these long straps left over, and so I'll need to figure out what to do with those, either cut them or strap them on, tie them on. But oh, it feels so much nicer to hold, to pick up and hold your Onewheel this way. One of the issues, though, is because of those tabs that I mentioned, because they stick out so far, they rub against the tire, and you can see them rubbing here. And you can see that rubbing back and forth motion could, over time, cause the straps to loosen up, and I didn't want that. So I thought, well, maybe if I tried putting it on a different way and make it such that the plastic tab is on the side facing away from the tire. And so that's what I'm trying here. Now by doing this, you have the handle in an awkward position, and while this works to keep the tab away from the moving tire, you end up having the handle sagging down below, and that ends up rubbing against the tire. And so I didn't like that design. Picking it up was okay, but the strain against the fabric, the straps, was awkward. So I took the handle to my shop, aka my garage, and I figured I'm just going to saw off those tabs, and that's what I did here. So this is an easy solution that someone can do. All you're going to need is something to hold down the tab and a saw and maybe some sandpaper to round off the sharp edges. And so here I'm putting the strap down, and I'm just going to cut it off with a saw. Very easy to cut. And so I think anyone can do this at home. This little modification, if you will. The toughest part about this job was trying to film and cut at the same time. And so there we go. And then I'll take a little sandpaper to it, and I'll round off the edges. Now, while I go ahead and do this to the other side, I'll tell you reasons for why I want this handle. Using the built-in handle at the front of the Onewheel, while convenient, it's not very practical for long distances. Because of the way it's shaped, you can only fit your fingers under there, and basically you need to be a world-class rock climber with crazy hand and forearm strength to be able to hold it that way for any given period of time. Another reason to put on the handle is my kids use my Onewheel a lot, and so does my wife. And they're not very tall. And I think if you're less than 5'9", then holding on to that one wheel, you're going to have to be shrugging your shoulders, kind of lifting that thing up. It's kind of an awkward feel in order to hold that one wheel and keep it from hitting the ground. So here I'm showing you the difference now. I've taken off that tab. It's nice and flat. Took off maybe a 1/4 inch or so of that plastic. And so now I'm going to try it again. And while I'm putting this on, I'll tell you about another product also on Amazon. It's called the Polaris grab handle, and I'll put a link down below for you to check it out. It's a single handle. This one costs about $20, but it has velcro straps, and so if you don't want to fiddle around with messing with these plastic brackets, you can take a look at that one. It's a good alternative. I think a lot of people report good success with this one. But at $20 for one handle, I thought I'd give this a try where I could get 4 handles for $15. So you can check that out if that interests you. And so here I am tightening it, the modified handle. It's a little bit tougher to tighten because you don't have that plastic tab to use as leverage to manipulate the bracket, but still not very tough. And then there we go. It's separated from the wheel. You no longer have that rubbing against the wheel from the tab now that that tab has been removed. And again, we have these extra straps, and so I'll figure out a solution. I can either use zip ties or velcro straps to keep those down. Right now I'm just going to kind of tuck them under so that they're out of the way while I show you how this works. The handle itself is very nice. It's got this, I don't know if it's metal or plastic, hard plastic inside of the strap, and then this nice rubber coating. So it's very comfortable. And it feels so much better holding on to the one wheel. One of the issues though is when you do pick it up, the sides of the straps do tend to slide closer together, and so you'll just have to adjust that accordingly. And I'm sure there's ways to keep that from happening. I think a lot of the custom handle designs have a plastic or metal or even wood bar that they have to keep those ends from sliding together. But this is just kind of a poor man's fix. And here I'm just showing you how the plastic tab no longer rubs against the wheel. And I think this is going to be a very good option for my one wheel, my family. It was $15 for 4 of these, and so I'll have a link below. Hope this helps. Like if it does. Please let me know in the comments of any other modifications you'd suggest, and I'll give it a try.